everyone, welcome to the last video from this series from World of Flowers by Johanna Basford. We're going to be doing this last little bit today and a little bit of shadowing. I did say I had not done it last time. I'm just trying to find the right pencil. I'm looking for my dark sepia so I can do some shadowing for you. Struggling to find it, but we're going to be doing this final flower as well. Here it is. So we'll just use this dark sepia first. So I'm going to use it where the leaves overlap each other and the buds and things. Just give us a tiny bit more depth. And then where the flowers are against the greenery and each other, just a little bit in there as well. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing the final flower as a sunflower. It's not going to be like exact, but it's going to be yellow. That's probably the only thing it will have in common with a real sunflower. I'm going to do a little bit of shadow here where these petals are overlapping. Yeah, I was thinking a brown middle and yellow leaves, petals. I mean, yeah, I do find it quite daunting, the whole idea of doing a yellow flower, but I'm sure I will get there. Right, that is the dark sepia part done. We probably need to do a little bit more maybe on our sunflower before we finish, but we are going to grab a yellow. Oh, I'm thinking this might work actually. This is the lemon yellow from the Prismacolors. I'm going to use that for the petals, just the base coat, the lightest sort of colour. It's quite difficult to see whether I've covered all of the petal or not. I always find yellows, it's almost as if I just can't see them very well. I don't know whether other people have the same trouble, but I'm trying. So there's our lemon. Put a little bit more intensity around that centre, but we can mark that out more with the polychromos. And the centre I want to be a brown. I want a light brown underneath, so I am going to use, yeah, I think I will use this light umber. Like that. And for the leaves, I'm just going to use the spring green, I think. I'll have to sharpen it. Nice and sort of light and bright. That lemon yellow isn't really that bright. We'll brighten it up with some polychromos. So here is the spring green, and we'll just pop that on the leaves. Just a little bit, and I will be adding more colour and more intensity with the polychromos in a moment. I can hear a dog barking. I think my neighbours have got his dog at the moment. His dog started barking in the night. We were all awake. There were some really, really noisy owls twittering. I don't know if that's the right word. That was certainly what they were doing. Just check these colours of yellow. Light chrome yellow and light cadmium yellow, which is the darkest. The light chrome yellow. We'll start with that. Yeah, so the owls were hooting. Everyone was awake, woken up by them, and the dog started barking as well. So, oh dear, light chrome yellow, but it was the owls that woke us all up. So I was going to say it was okay. Well, it was slightly irritating. But now I'm yawning thinking about it. But it was, yeah, I didn't have a particularly good night again. It was okay. I woke up early because my boys have been off uni for a week and husband's been off work, so I haven't had to set an alarm all week. And then this morning I knew that I had to get my son out the door at 7:20, and so I want, you know, I want to be up and make sure he's out and, you know, make his lunchbox and things like that. This is the light yellow glaze. I'm going to sharpen it a little bit. Just for confusion, non-confusion, I don't know. This Staedtler Norris Club is what I use to sharpen my Polychromos, and this Tegel is what I use to sharpen my Prismacolor. Confusing. I also use the dowel for Prismacolors and my 10-win electric sharpener at times. If I find the harder pencils are fine in the Staedtler sharpener, but the softer pencils need something a little bit more forgiving. But if my hard pencils break a lot, which sometimes they do, I will either pop them in the 10-win electric sharpener or in the Tegel, no, in the dowel hand crank, just to give them a bit of something. They seem to work. I like it. Now, our flower centre, I've got a bistre here, and I am going to darken it a little on the edge, like that, and then I want to gently reduce that colour in, like that. Then I want some dots of dark brown. So I've got my burnt umber, it's quite sharp. I'm actually just going to draw dots on if I can. If you've got a dark brown fine liner pen, you might be better off using that, but you need to test it to make sure it doesn't go through the page. But there, I'm happy with that. I don't know how well you can see it. Now we need to deal with our leaves. I'm thinking maybe I'll start with the permanent green. It's quite dark, but I'm just going to use a little bit at the very base where it would be a little bit shadowy, and then maybe a little bit here and here, and then on this one. I'm trying to sort of fade it a bit so that I can easily blend it into the next colour, like that. Then I have got the leaf green, and we're going to just take that a little bit further up the leaf, like this. We're just step by step, just gently working it up. And then I have my final green, which is going to be my light green, and I need to sharpen, and then we're just going to take it all the way to the tip, but I'm going to try and fade it off a bit so that we get quite a contrast. Couldn't work out what that noise was. Was it a bird or was it a child? They sound the same, obviously. We have a lot of children living further down the street, and we also get a lot of I've got a neighbour who homeschools, so the children are playing outside a fair bit when it's warm weather, so you hear them. Now we're going to grab that dark sepia again and just add in some shadows around here. Apparently I have to concentrate, so I can't talk. All the way around there. then around this central part I want to go a bit lighter here because we're going on to yellow, so if we make it too dark it might just end up looking a little bit dirty, so I'm going to be quite careful as well when I just go along these edges. Like that again, concentrating. There we go. Now I would like to put some white dots on this picture using my white pen. This is my Jelly Roll 8, the Sakura, and I'm going to start adding a few in a few different places. I'm going to put, that's it, one in the middle of each of these sort of petal shapes because I want them to look a bit more like they're not petals but seeds, like that, and then a little bit around that line, it just breaks it up a little bit like that. Then our flowers have got a black line here and some dots, and I'm gonna start with this one actually, go over those in white. Now you don't have to do this white work. If you like it as it is without the pen, then that's, you know, that's completely fine. I find it sometimes adds a little prettier look and can even soften a page a little bit. And some people would go right over all the black lines with the white pen. Of course you can, but I don't tend to do that. It can make the picture look a little bit more realistic because I'm going to put some dots here on top of this black, little teeny dots. And because obviously flowers don't have black lines, but it doesn't really worry me that much to say. There we go. And then I'm going to put a few on here. I just want 3 dots up the middle of each of these. Like that. I'm going to do that on this one too. It's not massively visible. My son is laughing. He must be listening to a video. I remember his laugh is quite loud, and my other son used to complain about how embarrassing it was when they were at school or college together. But now although they're at the same uni, they're at different campuses, so it's not such a problem anymore. I'm going to do a few white dots here. We did dark ones, going to have some light ones as well. There we go. I think that is plenty of dottage. Dotage, no, that's a very different thing. So we have finished that particular one. Now, as I said before, I am intending on doing the other 3, but not immediately because I do have Easter videos planned for you, which I hope that you're going to enjoy. I've got a selection plan. I've got a few. I do have the planner pages to do as well, so I'm going to fit it all into a few weeks, and hopefully it'll be nice for you to have a go. I've also got my I think that's about it. But there's bits and bobs for you, so hopefully you'll enjoy. But thank you for watching this series. I hope that you enjoyed it, and thank you again, and happy colouring.